Good morning everyone. A very good morning to one and all. I am Professor Nidhi Jejurikar, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, SIRTE BHOPAL. Today I am going to start a new topic, Remote Sensing and GIS, which is according to the RGPV's new scheme based on AICTE, flexible curriculum for civil engineering 5th semester. Moving towards the content of the syllabus, it mainly comprises Unit 1, which gives Introduction to Remote Sensing, Unit 2, which tells us about the remote sensing platforms and sensors in detail, Unit 3, which depicts us the geographic information system, Unit 4 gives a briefing about data models, Unit 5 tells us about the applications of remote sensing and GIS. So these are the 5 units which are covered in this particular syllabus for remote sensing and GIS. We are going to study Unit 1 for about 10 days with 10 modules, which I am going to explain you further. These are some reference books which are used, which will help you, which will give you an aid for the matter which is acquired for examinations. They mainly are from the Oxford publishers and McGraw-Hill publishers. Moving towards the content of the Unit 1, we will start with the Introduction to Remote Sensing, where the first basic module is Basic Concept of Remote Sensing, then second module is Data and Information, third is Data Collection, then Advantages and Limitations, the process, the electromagnetic spectrum, energy interactions with atmosphere and the earth's surface, resolution, image composites, and the last, visual interpretation techniques. These are the 10 modules which I am going to explain within 10 days, and this particular today's lecture is based on 2 modules, 1.1 and 1.2. First is the basic concept of remote sensing. Now what is basically the remote sensing is? It is basically a multidisciplinary science. Multidisciplinary science, it means which have a combination of multiple branches of science, multiple disciplines from science like optics, spectroscopy, photography, computers, electronics and telecommunication with satellite launching. So these are different combinations of various branches of science which forms a remote sensing system. The remote sensing is the science and technology by which the physical properties of specified objects, area or phenomenon can be identified, measured and analyzed without direct contact with them in order to make useful decisions. So this particular process identifies the physical properties, analyzes it without coming in direct contact with it. So you can reach to the remote areas, the abandoned areas where we cannot reach very easily. And the third definition delivers a message that it is an art where the sensors are used on the airplanes, satellites and geographic information system, which is a computer-based tool and which maps easily for the analyzing future events on Earth. So it basically gives output in the form of maps, pie charts, bar charts, etc. Moving towards the principle of remote sensing, the basic principle of remote sensing tells us that it uses electromagnetic radiation which is emitted and reflected by an object and helps in further identification and classification. So here is the particular process which tells us about the data acquisition, data pre-processing and data analysis. It is very clear that the radiations are being transferred from Earth's surface to satellite, satellite to receptors, receptors to the computer tool, and then analysis. Then it gives us a proper output. Next, the second module, data and information, where 5 stages are there. First is of emission of electromagnetic radiation. Second is the transfer of electromagnetic radiation, which includes 2 phenomena, that is the absorption and scattering. Third is the interaction of EMR with the Earth's surface, that is the reflection and emission. And the fourth is the transmission of energy to the remote sensors to get a proper output at the last. So how this data is transferred through signal process and we get a proper output. Then we come to components of remote sensing, where components of remote sensing basically comprise of 2 basic components, that are platform and sensors. Platforms are the vehicles which carries sensors with them to receive the electromagnetic radiation, which is further being transferred to their receptors. So what are the basic platforms? Satellite, aircraft, balloon, nowadays drones are also used, as we know very clearly. Then the sensors. The sensors are the electromagnetic radiations which converts into signal, and that can be recorded and displayed as either numerical data or as an image. Okay. Also, one platform can carry more than one sensor, right? Platform, it may be a satellite which can carry more than one sensor, like optical sensor or micro optical sensor. Moving towards the type of remote sensing. We have 2 types of remote sensing, passive and active. Passive is generally a natural system and active is an artificial system. In the passive system, energy is naturally transferred from sun to the surface and surface to the satellite. And in active remote sensing system, the energy is transferred from satellite to the surface via electromagnetic radiation, then it is reflected back to the surface to the satellite, which gives data in signals way. So this is for the particular example for this type of remote sensing is radar. Okay, so we have completed today the basic concepts, the principle, then the data, stages of data, then components and types of remote sensing. Thank you so much. We'll further take more sessions over this for the next subtopics or modules of this unit. Thank you so much. Have a good day.